Assalamualaikum.
So today we are going to talk about The Secret Life of Walter Mitty by James Turnbull. Before that, my name is NURYASMIN binti Muhammad NAZRI, matric number 24FA06047.
My name is KARMILA binti Muhammad YUSOFF, matric number 24FA06026.
My name is YASMIN. My matric number is 24FA06030.
My name is ATIQAH binti HISHAMUDDIN. My matric number 24FA06028.
My name is NAZIRAH binti SAFRIN. My matric number is 24FA06034.
We are going through.
The commander's voice was like thin ice breaking. He wore his full dress uniform with the heavily braided white cap pulled down rakishly over one cold grey eye.
We can make it, sir. It's spoiling for a hurricane, if you ask me.
I'm not asking you, Lieutenant Bird.
Said the commander.
Throw on the power lights. Rev her up to 8,500. We are going through.
The pounding of the cylinder increased. Tapoketa, poketa, poketa, poketa.
The commander stared at the ice forming on the pilot window. He walked over and twisted a row of complicated dials.
Switch on number 8 auxiliary.
He shouted,
Switch on number 8 auxiliary.
repeated Lieutenant Bird.
Full strain in number 3 turret.
Shouted the commander.
Full strain in number 3 turret.
The crew, bending to their various tasks in the huge hurtling 8-engine Navy hydroplane, looked at each other and grinned.
The old man will get us through.
They said to one another,
The old man ain't afraid of hell.
Not so fast. You're driving too fast.
said Mrs. Mitty.
What are you driving so fast for?
Said Walter Mitty. He looked at his wife in the seat beside him with shocked astonishment. She seemed grossly unfamiliar, like a strange woman who had yelled at him in a crowd.
You up to 55.
She said,
You know, I don't like to go more than 40. You are up to 55.
Walter Mitty drove on towards Waterbury in silence, the roaring of the SN-202 through the worst storm in 20 years of Navy flying fading in the remote, intimate areas of his mind.
You are tense up again?
Says Mr. Mitty.
It's one of your days. I wish you let Dr. Renshaw look you over.
Walter Mitty stopped the car in front of the building where his wife went to have her hair done.
Remember to get those overshoes while I'm having my hair done.
She said,
I don't need overshoes.
said Mitty. She put her mirror back into her bag.
We've been all through that.
She said, getting out of the car.
You're not a young man any longer.
He raised the engine a little.
Why don't you wear your gloves? Have you lost your gloves?
Walter Mitty reached in a pocket and brought out the gloves. He put them on, but after she had turned and gone into the building and he had driven on to a red light, he took them off again. Pick it up, brother, snapped a cop as the light changed, and Mitty hastily pulled on his glove and lunged ahead. He drove around the streets aimlessly for a time, and then he drove past the hospital on his way to the parking lot.
So this part that we have just read is the exposition.
Okay guys, what do you think? Who is the antagonist?
Maybe the tower.
Oh no!
Maybe Caroline.
Oh my god! Wrong book guys. Okay.
I don't know who is the antagonist in this.
Tell us. Okay, I will tell you guys. Okay. Mrs. Mitty is Walter Mitty's wife and she is the main antagonist. Do you guys know already?
Yes!
Okay, you might... I'm sorry. Oh my god. Okay guys. So do you guys want to know why Mrs. Mitty is the antagonist?
Yes.
So the antagonist in the short story seems to be Walter's wife. Mrs. Mitty is very picky and harsh on Walter and critiques everything from driving too fast to having trouble remembering things. She insists that he wear gloves and overshoe constantly, and she acts paranoid in the sheltering of her husband. She offered the reasoning that he is not a young man any longer.
Oh, I see.
That's so.
Yes, and Mitty sees Mrs. Mitty as grossly unfamiliar, like a strange woman who has yelled at him in a crowd.
Oh.
I see.
Okay. So, do you guys know who is the protagonist?
No.
I don't know.
Tell us. Oh my god, guys, really? You guys don't know?
Yes.
Of course. So, basically, the title itself said Walter Mitty. So, he is the main character. Of course, he is the protagonist. So basically, Mitty is an ordinary man, the protagonist of the story. Mitty possesses an extraordinary imagination and daydreaming to escape his dull life. In his daydreams, Mitty imagined himself as a Navy commander in this exposition. Another explanation, he is protagonist when the antagonist, which is his wife, give a hard time for him.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Must
god.
be hard for him.
Next, do you guys know what kind of irony that it have in this part of exposition?
We don't know. Tell us, please.
Yes, tell us.
Okay, as you can see in line 18, which is he looked at his wife in the seat beside him with shocked astonishment. She seemed grossly unfamiliar, like a strange woman who had yelled at him in a crowd. So this one is a situational irony. It was a marital incompatibility, which is Walter Mitty is married to a woman referred to in the story as Mrs. Mitty, right?
Yes.
So, despite being married, the two of them seem quite distant, and at time, Walter seems incapable of recognizing his own wife.
Oh.
The next irony is, as you guys can see, in other paragraph, which is his wife asked him to put a glove, and this is a situational irony because Mrs. Mitty reminds Walter to wear his glove and tell him that he is no longer a young man and need to take care of himself. And Walter objects and plans to remove the glove as soon as he is out of his wife's sight. But he decides against it and ends up putting them back on instead. And it is contrasting ironically with his defiant plans to remove them.
Oh, I see.
So, do you guys know what conflict in this exposition?
No, I don't know.
So, the conflict that I found in this exposition when this short story was talking about Mitty's imagination, such as the first and second paragraph, talk about Mitty was being commanded in airplane.
So we're moving on to figurative languages. The first figurative languages I found in the exposition is onomatopoeia.
Oh, onomatopoeia.
wow.
I see.
What is that? I will show you in the first paragraph at the last line. The line of tapuketa.
I love that line.
Favorite line.
Shows it is a sound of a machine in the hydroplane.
Oh.
So it sounds like tapuketa.
Damn.
And the second figurative languages I found
What
in
you find?
the exposition is simile.
Oh, simile.
Wow.
What is it?
In the first paragraph, the first line, you see that the commander's voice was like thin ice breaking.
Oh,
The
it's
word
breaking.
commander's voice was like thin ice breaking is the simile.
Oh, I see.
Simile.
I know right now.
The second simile I found is in the line 18.
Line 18.
Where? Where is it?
Can you tell us?
First page, the last paragraph,
Yes.
the fourth paragraph, the second line.
Oh, second line.
Yeah. She seemed grossly unfamiliar, like a strange woman who yelled at him in a crowd. The sentence "like a strange woman" is the simile. Why is it a simile? Because it compares two things and it has the word "like."
Oh, I know.
The first
I see your point
simile, like the thin ice breaking. The second simile, like a strange woman. That's why it is a simile.
Oh, I see.
We got it.
Good. Okay, we have gone through irony, protagonist, and conflict. But what about setting? Yeah, setting.
For real.
Okay, for setting we have 3. First is geographical, and second historical, and third one is physical. Okay, I will touch the first one for the exposition is this is a geographical setting. The sentences can be proven. Okay, the first one is the Navy hydroplane. Mitty imagines himself plotting an 8-engine Navy hydroplane through a violent storm, possibly in the open seas or of a conflict zone. Okay, these sentences can be proven because the paragraph 1 and 2 show that Mitty was in a hydroplane. Yes, this is a fact. He was in hydroplane. Okay, and the next one is the physical setting. Okay, take a look at this. Physical setting was Walter Mitty's car. A significant physical setting where Mitty interacts with his wife and begin his journey to Waterbury. His driving serves as the transition point between reality and his imagined adventures.
Oh.
You guys get it?
Yes, I get it.
Yes.
Understood.
Okay, to make you understand more, take a look at the paragraph 3 where the line said, "Not so fast, you're driving too fast. What are you driving so fast for?" Okay. Then Walter Mitty snapped out of his mind. Then he looked at his wife in the seat beside him with shocked astonishment. Okay, this situation happened when he was in the car with his wife. Okay, that's it for exposition.
So guys, do you know the last literary devices for exposition? Do you guys know?
No. So sad. We don't know.
Why you don't know? It's symbolism. It's really
no,
easier. Okay,
Tell us.
the symbolism I found is overshoes and gloves.
Oh.
It is in the second page.
Second page.
Yeah, where the wife asks him to buy overshoes and to wear gloves.
Oh, here.
Yeah. That symbolizes. Oh no, wait. Mrs. Mitty badgers Walter to buy overshoes at the store. She also insists that he wear his gloves while driving, right?
Yes.
It seems to us that a lot of what she does to Walter has to do with sheltering him from
Oh
the
my
world.
God.
She wants to control him. After all, she
Control
won't
him.
let him do simple things for himself. Oh my
Oh my God. No freedom at all.
Yeah, control him. And this is a big part of the reason he spends so much time fantasizing, daydreaming. That's why, if this is true, the gloves and overshoes might be symbols of the way Mrs. Mitty tries to shield or protect her husband from the world.
Oh, I get it.
That was the overshoes and gloves symbolizes for. Yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
It's the millionaire banker Wellington Macmillan.
Said the prettiness.
Yes.
Said Walter Mitty, removing his glove slowly.
Who has the case?
Dr. Renshaw and Dr. Benbow, but there are two specialists here, Dr. Remington from New York and Dr. Pritchard Mitford from London. He flew over.
A door opened down a long corridor and Dr. Renshaw came out. He looked distraught and haggard.
Hello, Mitty.
He said,
We are having the devils on time. We are having the devils on time with Macmillan, the millionaire banker and close personal friend of Roosevelt. Obstetriosis of the ductal tract, tertiary, which you will take a look at him.
Glad to.
said Mitty.
In the operating room, there were whispered introductions.
Dr. Remington, Dr. Mitty, Dr. Richard Bisford, Dr. Mitty. Read your book on streptotrichosis.
Said Richard Mitford, shaking hands.
A brilliant performance, sir.
Thank you.
Said Walter Mitty.
Didn't know you were in the States, Mitty.
Grumbled Remington.
Calls to Newcastle, bringing Mitford and me up here for a tertiary.
You are very kind.
Said Mitty. A huge complicated machine connected to the operating table with many tubes and wire began at this moment to go poketa.
The new anesthetizer is giving away.
Shout an intern.
There is no one in the East who knows how to fix it.
Wait, man.
Said Mitty in a low, cool voice. He sprang to the machine, which was now going poketa. He began fingering delicately a row of glistening dials.
Give me a fountain pen.
He snapped. Someone handed him a fountain pen. He pulled a faulty piston out of the machine and inserted the pen in its place.
I will hold for 10 minutes.
He said, Get on with the operation. A nurse hurried over and whispered to Renshaw, and Mitty saw the man turn pale.
Choreopsis has set in.
Said Renshaw nervously.
If you would take over, Mitty.
Mitty looked at him and at the graven figure of Benbow who drank, and at the grave, uncertain faces of the two great specialists.
If you wish.
He said. They slipped a white gown on him. He adjusted a mask and drew on thin gloves. Nurses handed him shining.
Back it up, Mac! Look out for the brake.
Walter Mitty jammed on the brake,
Wrong lane, man.
said the parking lot attendant, looking at Mitty closely.
Gee, yeah.
Muttered Mitty. He began cautiously to back out of the landmark,
Exit only. Leave her sit there.
said the attendant.
I'll put her away.
Mitty got out of the car,
Hey, better leave the key.
Oh,
said Mitty, handing the man ignition key. The attendant vaulted into the car, backed it up with insolent skill and put it where it belonged.
They are so damn cocky, thought Walter Mitty. Walking along Main Street, they think they know everything. Once he had tried to take his chains off outside New Milford, and he had got them one around the axles. A man had to come out in a wrecking car and unwind them. A young, grinning garageman. Since then, Mrs. Mitty always made him drive to a garage to have the chains taken off. The next time he thought, I will wear my right arm in a sling. They will grin at me then. I will have my right arm in a sling and they will see me. They will see I couldn't possibly take the chains off myself. He kicked at the sluts on the sidewalk.
overshoes.
He said to himself, and he began looking for a shoe store.
When he came out into the street again, with the overshoes in a box under his arm, Walter Mitty began to wonder what the other thing was his wife had told him to get. She had told him twice before they set out from their house for Waterbury. In a way, he hated this weekly trip to town, he always getting something wrong. Clinics, he thought. Squibs, razor blades? No. Toothpaste, toothbrush, bicarbonate, carborundum, initiative, and a referendum. He gave it up, but she would remember it.
What's his name?
She would ask.
Don't tell me you forget the what's his name.
A newsboy went by shouting something about the Waterbury trial. Perhaps this will refresh your memory.
The district attorney suddenly thrust a heavy automatic at the quiet figure on the witness stand.
Have you ever seen this before?
Mitty took the gun and examined it expertly.
This is my Webley Vickers 50.80.
Ho said calmly. An excited buzz ran around the courtroom. The judge rapped for order.
You are a crack shot with any sort of firearm, I believe,
said the district attorney insinuatingly.
Objection!
Shouted Mitty's attorney.
We have shown that the defendant could not have fired the shot. We have shown that he wore his right arm in a sling on the night of the 14th of July.
Mitty raised his hand briefly and the bickering attorneys were still.
With any known make of gun,
he said evenly.
I could have killed Gregory Fitzhurst at 300 feet with my left hand.
Pandemonium broke loose in the courtroom. A woman's scream rose above the bedlam, and suddenly a lovely, dark-haired girl was in Mitty's arm. The district attorney struck at her savagely. Without rising from his chair, Mitty let the man have it on the point of the chin.
You miserable cur! Puppy biscuit,
said Mitty. He stopped walking, and the building of Waterbury rose up out of the misty courtroom and surrounded him again. A woman who was pacing laughed.
He said, "Puppy biscuit,"
she said to her companion.
That man said puppy biscuit to himself.
Mitty hurried on. He went into an A&P, not the first one he came to, but a smaller one further up the street.
I want some biscuit for small young dogs,
he said to the clerk.
Any special brand, sir?
The greatest pistol shot in the world, thought a woman.
It says puppies bark for it on the box,
said Mitty.
His wife would be through at the hairdresser's in 15 minutes. Mitty saw in looking at his watch, unless they had trouble drying it. Sometimes they had trouble drying it. She didn't like to get to the hotel first. She would want him to be there waiting for her as usual. He found a big leather chair in the lobby facing a window, and he put the overshoes and the puppy biscuit on the floor beside it. He picked up an old copy of Liberty and sank down into the chair.
Can Germany conquer the world through the air?
Mitty looked at the pictures of bombing planes and of ruined streets.
The Canadian has got the wind up in young relic, sir,
said the surgeon. Captain Mitty looked up at him through tousled hair.
Get him to bed,
he said wearily.
With the others, I'll fly alone.
But you can't, sir,
said the surgeon anxiously.
It takes 2 men to handle that bomber, and the archers are pounding hell out of the air. Von Richmond Circus is between here and Solier.
Somebody's got to get that ammunition dumped,
said Mitty.
I'm going over. Spot of brandy?
He poured a drink for the surgeon and one for himself. War thunder and wind around the dugout and battered at the door. There was a rending of wood and splinters flew through the room.
A bit of a new thing,
said Captain Mitty carelessly.
The box barrage is closing in,
said the surgeon.
You only live once, surgeon.
Said Mitty with his faint fleeting smile.
Or do we?
He poured another brandy and tossed it off.
I never see a man could hold his brandy like you, sir,
said the surgeon.
Begging your pardon, sir?
Captain Mitty stood up and strapped on his huge Webley Vickers automatic.
It's 40 kilometers through hell, sir,
said the surgeon. Mitty finished one last brandy.
After all,
he said softly.
What is it?
The pounding of the cannon increased. There was the rat-tat-tat-tatting of machine guns, and from somewhere came the menacing pocket-pocketa of the new flamethrowers. Mitty walked to the door of the dugout, humming.
Oh, Prince Demo Blonde.
He turned and waved to the surgeon.
Cheerio.
He said,
So this what happens in Rising Action. So Nati, what do you have in Rising Action?
I had conflict, For conflict in Raising Action, we can see from paragraph 12 shows that his wife repeatedly scolds him for forgetting things. Therefore, this is a conflict, external. Do you guys know which conflict is this?
We don't know. Tell us.
Oh, sad.
tell them.
You guys don't know. So I will tell you guys, this is conflict external, which is character versus character. Yay!
Yeah.
So, next, Khadija, what do you have?
So I have irony.
Okay, tell us about irony.
Iron Man.
Oh,
Irony.
Yeah. So from all his fantasies, Mitty described himself as a strong man who has control over his life and who is free to do whatever he wants to do. But in reality, we know that he is controlled by his wife, and his wife is a person who is much stronger than him, and as hybrid a much stronger character than Walter. So Mitty life is so sad, and it is the opposite of his fantasies. So that is the irony.
Oh. We totally get it now.
So Yami, what do you have next?
Next, we have figurative languages.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
We are so curious. Tell us right now.
Now.
I will tell you. The first one is imagery. Imagery, you can turn to page 4.
Page 4.
Okay. Okay.
The last paragraph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. The start of the figurative languages is war thundered and wind around the dugout and battered at the door. Okay, do you know what type of figurative languages here?
No.
Okay. This is metaphor.
Metaphor?
Yeah.
What is that?
Okay, moving on. We have more. We have onomatopoeia again.
Again?
Yeah. The last page, and then the line number. The first paragraph. Line number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Line number 8. The word ratatating.
Ratatata.
That word
The
is.
ghetto.
That word is for machine guns.
Machine
You know
gun?
when the
Soldier.
soldier use machine guns, it will sound like.
Wait.
Wow. Okay.
And another one is again puketa. That is onomatopoeia because it sounds like the thing that it used. And the last onomatopoeia is in the third page, paragraph 2, line 3. The word G, that is another onomatopoeia because it sounds like the word muttered Mitty. Okay. The next one is hyperbole.
Oh,
Line 5, page 5. The page last page. Line number 5, the first paragraph.
First paragraph.
Yeah. The word, the sentence, it's 40 kilometers to hell, sir. The word to hell, it's a hyperbole because it shows like an exaggeration. Because hell is like something that it is very,
Critical.
yes.
Oh, critical.
It's very
critical.
yeah.
Okay.
So it shows that the war is like hell. So it says that it's 40 kilometers to hell. So
Oh my god.
that's why it shows hyperbole because it shows exaggeration. Next, Karmila.
Okay, guys, I'm back with setting.
Yay!
Whoa!
Okay, the second setting. Okay, this is setting for rising action. You need to remember this. Okay, the setting is a geographical setting. the operating room. In another daydream, Mitty is involved in a high-stakes medical operation, suggesting a hospital or a surgical setting. Okay. For this, you can look at the paragraph 7. There is a line that stated. Okay, have you find it?
Yes.
There is a line that stated, a huge complicated machine connected to the operating table with many tubes and wires began at this moment to go pocket. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Okay. All the wires. Okay, this is clearly show that they are in the operating room. Okay, the next one. You guys want to know?
Yes. What it is?
Okay. This is a physical setting. The physical setting is Waterbury streets and buildings. Okay. As Mitty runs errands in Waterbury, he interacts with various stores like the shoe store and locations such as a drugstore. The streets, parking lot, and town environment serve as the grounded everyday reality.
Uish.
Everyday reality.
Uish. Damn.
Wait. Okay, this is I take this from paragraph 9. Look at paragraph 9. Okay, where the lines has said overshoes to himself and began looking for a shoe store. Okay, that is proof for this setting. And the next one is wait. This is the physical setting for Rising Asian, showing that Walter Mitty was waiting for his wife at the lobby hotel. Let me read it to you guys. The line, he found a big leather chair in the lobby, facing a window, and he put the overshoes and the puppy biscuit on the floor beside it. Look at this. He literally just sit on the chair at the lobby. So that is the setting. Okay, that's all from me. So Yamin,
Yeah.
what's next?
Okay, the second last is symbolism.
Again.
Again. So there are only one symbolism in Rising Asian. So the symbol, the thing that symbolizes is the car. The car that Walter Mitty drive, and he was in hallucination and daydreaming. That is the thing.
Oh.
And the car symbolizes portray masculinity.
Masculinity.
And they have two things that symbolize.
What are they?
They have the car and then the imaginary sling. But it is related to the car.
Okay.
The imaginary sling symbolizes lack of skill in car. You know that usually cars and racing is associated with masculinity and power.
Yes.
However, Mitty doesn't
Often
have the
you-
best luck with cars.
Oh.
Walter Mitty got the
Poor
tires
him.
changed wrapped around the axles, so he needs to take the car to garage for help, right?
Yeah, yes.
At the third page, the third paragraph, it stated that Walter Mitty cannot use car. Not like cannot use car, like he want to take the chains off, but he cannot. At the end, he got them wound around the axles. So he needs a grassman to help him. He waited too long at the traffic lights, so a police officer had to tell him to hurry up. He also could not park his car properly either, so he needed a younger parking attendant to help him. Not to mention, but Mrs. Mitty does not trust him around his car either.
Oh.
Yeah. She repeatedly yells at him when he drives. The only way he could display masculinity came through this sentence. He raised the engine a little.
Little.
Yes, raised engine a little. At page At the second page, the first paragraph, line 5.
Line 5.
Yeah. This is a quotation from the story that symbolizes Walter's life in the state of his car. When he races the engine, it means that he is pushing the limits in his life and trying to control his own life. It was a simple way to deal with his wife's nagging and overprotectiveness.
Oh.
Yeah. It shows that. So, I think the next is what I think?
I think it is character. Do you guys know what character in this raising action?
Not at all.
So let's say together. What is it?
Okay.
So we have
Prettiness. Prettiness, Dr. Rachel, Dr. Mitty, Dr. Richard,
the Remington, intern, attendant, attorney, a woman, the sailor, the surgeon,
Captain Mitty,
newsboy. Yes, that's all we have the character in raising
Oh
action,
my
guys.
gosh, so many. How much?
Wait. But what is the type of all those characters?
Let's discuss it together.
Okay.
The first one is prettiness. So what do you guys think? What is it?
I think maybe flat.
Oh no!
Fall?
No,
Dynamite?
guys. No. You guys are wrong. So the answer for prettiness is she is the stock character.
Oh.
I see that.
Okay, Kamila, next.
Yes. Next is Dr. Renshaw. What you guys think? Fall?
Flat.
No.
Stock.
Yes, it is definitely stock.
Yes.
What do you think, Khadija?
I think stock is correct. I think stock is correct.
Yes. What about Dr. Mitty?
I think Dr. Mitty is round.
Oh my god, that's brilliant.
Because he is the main character, right?
Yes.
He's the wrong character. And then we have Dr. Pritchard. Apa nama dia?
Pritchard.
Dr. Pritchard.
Pritchard.
Mitford.
Yes. Okay. What?
Dr. Pritchard Mitford is obviously
Is
a
stock character.
Again, we have again a stock character.
Yes.
Okay, next, Dr. Remington. So, what do you guys think of Dr. Remington character?
Let us guess.
Flat character?
No.
I think dynamic.
No.
What?
No.
No.
I think it is stock.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Why so many stock? Why
Wow,
so
so
many
many
Exactly
stock.
right.
Stock character here. Okay.
Oh my
Well, we go to the next intern. So, what do you guys think?
I think
I think
intern is fall.
Oh my god, you guys are so brilliant.
Oh my god, we
I'm
are
so proud of
genius.
you.
We are genius.
because he is dramatic.
Oh my god.
He's shouting.
What about attendant?
Let's guess. I think it is
Foil.
foil again.
Yes, of course.
Oh
my
my
god. Proud of you guys. You
And
understand?
then the next one, guys. What do you think? Attorney.
Attorney.
Is it dynamic?
No.
Is it foil again?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So many fall here.
Let me go to a boy.
A woman?
Yes, we have a woman in action.
Dynamic?
Dynamic, no.
No.
Yamin, can you tell us? We don't know.
He stop again.
Oh! Stop again.
So, next, the seller. What do you guys think of the seller character?
What?
No.
Flat character?
No. It's stock character.
Oh, I see.
I see.
Another one. Thank you.
Another one, thank you.
So next, we have surgeon.
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 Okay, just hear the name surgeon. What do you guys think?
Static.
Oh my god.
No.
Left.
Yes, Khadija, you're correct.
Next, Captain Mitty.
As he is the main character, of course around, right?
Yes!
And then the last one, guys. What do you think for Newsboy?
I think stock again.
Yes!
Oh my god!
Again.
So many stock here.
Something struck his shoulder.
I've been looking all over this hotel for you.
Said Mr. Smithy.
Why do you have to hide in this old shack? How did you expect me to find you?
Things close in.
Said Walter Mitty vaguely.
What?
Mr. Smithy said.
Did you get the what's its name? The puppy biscuit? What's in the box?
Overshoes.
Said Mitty.
Couldn't you have put them on in the store?
I was thinking.
Said Walter Mitty.
Does it ever occur to you that I am sometimes thinking?
She looked at him.
I'm going to take your temperature when I get you home.
She said.
So now this is the climax.
Okay.
So
Start.
I'm going to talk about conflict first. So for conflict in climax, when Mitty said, I was thinking, and does ever occur to you that I am sometimes thinking? In paragraph 19, you guys can see,
Yes.
shows that this is conflict internal, which is character versus self.
Okay.
Wow. Which is Mitty fight with himself. So another reason for this internal conflict, which is character versus self, when Mitty is himself realize he is always daydreaming.
Okay. Okay. Setting for this climax is okay. I will show you guys the line first. I've been looking all over this hotel for you," said Mrs. Mitty. Okay, so this is the setting for this is physical setting.
Oh.
Yes. Do you guys understand why?
Yes.
Because this show that a hotel is literally a place where
Where Mrs. Mitty and Walter Mitty.
yes, that's where the scene happened.
Yes.
Okay.
They went out through the revolving doors that made a faintly derisive whistling sound when you pushed them. It was 2 blocks to the parking lot. At the drugstore on the corner, she said,
Wait here for me. I forget something. I won't be a minute.
she was more than a minute. Walter Mitty lighted a cigarette. It began to rain with slit in it. He stood up against the wall of the drugstore, smoking. He put his shoulder back and his heels together.
To hell with the handkerchief.
Said Walter Mitty scornfully. He took one last drag on his cigarette and snapped it away.
So we're moving on to point action. Point action only have one literary devices, which is imagery. Imagery we can found in the last page and the last paragraph at the 5th line. You can open that. It is a visual imagery.
Oh.
When the sentence, it began to rain with sleet in it. Why is it a visual imagery? Because it began to rain with sleet in it. Mr. Walter Mitty can see the rain fall.
Then, with that faint, fleeting smile playing about his lips, he faced the firing squad, erect and motionless, proud and disdainful. Walter Mitty, the undefeated, inscrutable to the last.
The last one, this is the resolution. You have imagery again.
Wow.
Imagery. So you can refer at the last page and the last paragraph and line number 9.
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The word he faced the firing squad, erect and motionless. The imagery, the type of imagery is visual imagery. Where he faced the firing squad, meaning that he looked at the firing squad, erect erect and motionless. That is why it is imagery. It's so simple.
Okay.
Next one.
Next one is settings. Okay, settings again. This is physical settings for resolution. The line in the last paragraph of the short story is the proof. Okay, here. The hotel and drugstore. Walter's final moment in the story take place in these settings, contributing to the contrast between his mundane reality and his lofty daydreams. Okay, line in the short story proof because he stood up against the wall of the drugstore smoking. So this place where the main character stood is the physical setting itself.
Oh,
yes. Okay.
Overall, the genre of the story is adventure and comedy.
Next.
Point of view. So do you guys know what the point of view for this story is?
No.
The point of view for this story is third person limited omniscient.
Oh, I see.
So I will tell you guys why is the point of view is the third person. So the secret life of Walter Mitty is told by an uninvolved third person narrator. Talk that point of view is limited to Walter Mitty. We follow Mitty through his day and we only get to see or know the things that Mitty himself see or know. Walter Mitty character extend a sort of influence over the narration. The words that are chosen have more to do with Mitty mindset than they do with objective narration. You can refer at line 68. Line 68. In the line 68, you can refer at line 68, which is wrong lane mate, said the parking lot attendant, looking at Mitty closely. Gee, yeah. So this line, it seems as though the parking attendant leaped into the car with great ease because in contrast, Mitty himself is aging and slow. He feels as though the boy is showing off his skill in contrast with Mitty's inability.
Oh.
Okay. Next.
The last one is historical setting, the 1940s. The story takes place in the mid of 20th century, like the 1940s, based on the context of the characters, action and technology. The reference to a Navy hydroplane, the presence of war imagery, and the style of medical and courtroom practices. This time period also aligned with the social expectation of men and women, particularly the traditional relationship between Walter Mitty and his wife. World War II era. Several of Mitty's daydreams reflect a historical setting of war, such as his imagined role as fighter pilot during World War II.
So, I think that's all from us. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Thank you.
Bye!